Hi, it's Erin from Reason to Learn. Thank you so much for watching my introduction to the Homework Lounge. What you're looking at is my virtual classroom. That's what I call it. Although a classroom probably makes it sound like there's going to be a lot of kids. There's not. It's highly individualized. So at most there's going to be 3 other kids in the room. And if you can see over on the left part of the screen right now, I'm the only user in this room. So it says Miss Erin. Real quick, some of the benefits of the Homework Lounge are really that you are going to find that working online is going to be convenient, affordable, and safe for you and for your children. You know that they're going to be online with an actual certified teacher, and they're going to be hanging out in a safe place with other kids. Part of what makes this program so unique is the live instruction that you get up to 4 days a week, depending on what membership level you have. And the top tier membership level, the Premium Excel or the Platinum Excel, has appointments available off of our actual office hours that they're called for our virtual school, on the weekends or on Fridays or later at night or even during the day. So this could be a really ideal situation for somebody in a homeschool setting or somebody doing independent study, or if you are homesick. These are all the ways that we can possibly or potentially help you on off times that aren't after school. It's going to be a very nice one-on-one help in a small group structure. And one of the reasons that I am switching to a small group structure and not simply the one-on-one is that there is a significant benefit to learning how to work in a small, very supportive group structure. It's a way that kids are going to be able to learn how to form their own study groups, which is going to be a skill imperative for college, for upper study, and for any time that there might not be an adult there to give them the support. Part of what makes the Homework Lounge so just fabulous is the amount of parent support that you're going to get. There's the D&M break room, which right now is a private Facebook group, but that's where all the teachers come in and all the parents come in. And we can talk, and you can ask your questions. You can get support. You can ask academic questions. Hey, I can't remember how to find the square root of something. Or you can ask general questions. I have a meeting with my child's teacher tomorrow. What are some things I need to ask? Or how can I best structure a program in the classroom that's going to really meet their needs? Parents also get a progress report daily after the children work with us. There's going to be ongoing communication, and everybody has access to the learning library, which is being built as we speak, the online community that is being formed, and well over 15 years of educational therapy experience, which goes way beyond what you might consider necessary for tutoring, because we know how to deal with kids on the emotional level, and when not just struggling with the math, but they're struggling with how they feel about the math and how it's making them feel about themselves. So what happens? You come in here. This might be what a child has for homework that night. This is actually one of my students' homework pieces, and I put it on there here so you could see. You notice that he's actually already started doing some of the work. So what we can do together is go through it and make sure that it's correct. You notice now that I'm on page 2 over here where it says Miss Erin. So each student is going to have their own page, and it's actually an infinite page. It can keep going. If I start drawing down here, you notice the page moves up, and we can just continue our notes down, down, down forever, which means we have virtually unlimited paper, unlimited resources without a single tree going down that we can work on this. So while student number 1 is in room 2 working on their assignments, student number 2 will be working on their assignment. And you notice this is an actual student paper from a different student from last year. This was a test that he took and got a 43%. So this would be something that we were going over. It's already done. I can see it. on the screen, and they have this in front of them at home too, so we can work on it in parallel structure. The next page might be for student 3, and they didn't have any homework that day, so what we're going to do is go over problems and review together and actually work out problems that they can see, that I can see, and then this gets saved for them. So next time that we come into this room, they're going to be able to look at this and remember what we did. This doesn't go away, and that's one of my favorite things about this program. So something great for the children, for the students coming on, is there's not going to be a kickoff time. There's a problem working one-on-one and going to people's houses is that, 1, there's traffic. 2, when I get there, we have to start, and then I have to leave because I probably have somewhere else to be. In this structure, there's nowhere else to be but here with your child. So I don't have to leave, and they don't actually have to leave. They'll be able to stay. I'm saying that there's a 3 or 4 hour limit on them staying at night, and the reason for that is if we're getting into the situation where they're needing 3 or 4 hours of help a night, then we need to have a conversation and communicate with the school, because clearly there's something going on that isn't meeting the students' needs at the school, and there's far more of a disconnect than just having homework help. So like I mentioned, neither of us has to battle traffic. This really does become a better format for independent learning, because students are going to be sitting there with actual support, but they're going to be there and be responsible for coming to session and doing things on their own. So often I've heard this term before, the homework cheating, as something that I have heard tutoring be referred to in some cases as actually homework cheating, where you have somebody come in and do your homework for you and maybe not with you. So this pretty much eliminates homework cheating, because it does have to be their work with the support on this end. So I really find that my students are becoming more independent. And I really believe the structure of actually a coach. Looking at it from an athletic point of view, the coach is somebody who shows you the proper form, this proper structure, and helps you push yourself beyond where you might have been able to push yourself alone. And that's what I want to do academically, is be able to show students how to do something, how to do it properly, and then help them push back any of the mental or emotional barriers that they might have in place because maybe they couldn't do this alone. And my last point is, I know it's working already that I'm doing this. So the last part of this intro, I want to show you an actual session that I have recorded with a student, and I covered her face up in the corner for her privacy. You won't really be able to hear her, but this is me working together with a student on some fraction work. And if you notice over in the corner, it says Miss Erin, and then it says Alex, and we're both on page 1, and we're talking to each other. So I can have this so that each student is on their own page. And then have to have on your fraction work is putting it to load. If you look at the end of the video, now we're on page 2 together. So when I have 2 or 3 students in this, right, the first part of our ladder looks like an upside down division bar. There we go. When I have students actually in a session and more than one student there at a time, the first part is deciding what number. I will be able to see what page they're on and make sure that they're working on the page that is for them, and also go back and forth between each of the pages, each of the rooms, and help them individually. So there will be a group component, but it is completely individual, as much as they need it as far as instruction goes. So welcome to the future. Welcome to the Homework Lounge. And I'm really excited to get kids from everywhere across the country really coming together and learning about each other and learning to work together cooperatively so that we can all get more out of learning. Thank you. And please go to thehomeworklounge.com and sign up to get more information. Or if you have more questions, please contact me. All right. Bye.